Hi, this is Erin Harrison coming to you from Cloud Expo at the Javits Center in New York City. And I'm joined today by Mike Heumann, who is the Senior Vice President of Worldwide Sales and Marketing for NextIO. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Erin. It's great to meet you.
So tell us a little bit about what your company does and what you're hoping to do while you're at the show.
So our company is all about simplifying the data center, and the way we do that is by taking out a lot of the complexity in rack level interconnects. So rather than putting lots of switches into your rack, lots of HPAs, lots of NICs, we put in low-cost cards into the servers. We reduce cable count by about 80%, and then we use a top-of-rack appliance that consolidates all the I/O while being transparent to your servers or applications into the network. So, what we're doing here today is talking to different cloud providers about our offering, about what we can do for them to simplify their business.
And what are you seeing in terms of adoption trends among enterprises today?
Well, I think the biggest thing we've seen is people are all looking to get more performance. I think everybody sees 1 gig Ethernet as being a little slow. People see 8 gig fiber channels very expensive. They see 10 gig as hitting a lot of their needs, 10 gig Ethernet, but is also being kind of expensive and not really solving some of the problems they have around business agility. So what we're trying to do is say, here's a way you can save money, but yet get the agility you want so you can manage your enterprise. You can re-provision things on the fly without having to use expensive technicians to go in after hours, tear down servers and rebuild them and things like that.
Okay, and there's a lot of talk about the big data trend. Where do you guys see yourselves as a solution provider for that?
Well, for us, big data means lots of throughput, lots of I/O, right? Whether it's fiber channel, whether it's Ethernet, and by putting two 20 gig pipes into each server, we're giving you 40 gigabits of bandwidth. So there's a lot of bandwidth there, a lot of performance. So we think we have a superior solution from an infrastructure standpoint for big data.
Okay, great. Did you have a little demo you wanted to show us quickly?
Yeah, just show you real quickly how our product works. This is our GUI that shows all the servers that are connected to it. These would typically be in a rack, so we can hold up to 30 servers managed with our device. This shows all the I/O devices. The difference about our product is all these I/O devices can be shared with different servers. So for instance, let's say I want to assign an Ethernet card to a server. I literally drag and drop it, and now you can see, if I look at that server, that resource is there. If I want to assign a fiber channel HPA, I can do the same thing. And I can take any device and share it with multiple servers. So here I'll connect this device up to several servers. As you can see, it's literally drag and drop. I can click on here, now I see all the servers that are using that device. One of the cool things about our product, though, is that since we control the MAC addresses and Ethernet addresses and worldwide port names, we can move them from one server to the next seamlessly without requiring the network to be remapped. So if you look up here, let's say this server dies, and I want to use this server as a backup server. Today I'd do a vMotion of that server, but then I'd have to put in a trouble ticket to get those addresses reassigned to the new server. What we can do with our product, let me see if I can reach this, is I just click on those two resources, drag them to the new server, and now they're reassigned to that server with the same addresses and everything that they had before. So literally you can do the vMotion, do that movement there, and you're back up and running.
So certainly some great efficiency there.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap up, Mike, would you say from what you guys see, IT decision makers are still hesitant from the security side of things, or what sort of adoption trends are you seeing among enterprises?
So to us, the cloud providers seem to be the ones moving the fastest. They have a lot of reason to do so. But that said, finances are going through a lot of consolidation, are looking at different options too. We just announced today an OEM agreement with a company called Depot. It's a Russian server company. A lot of their customers are in the Russian government and also Russian finance, and also companies like Gazprom. So these are big enterprises, but they all see a need to have more flexibility, more agility with what they're doing. So I think it's a matter of time before every enterprise says, I want to be able to manage things without having to take everything down to reconfigure things.
Okay, great. And what are you hoping to accomplish while you're at the show?
I think the biggest thing is spread our message, obviously get leads, get some interested customers, but really get people to understand what we do and how it has value to them.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Mike. Thanks for joining me.
It's great to meet you.
You too.